Hey, it is Kenny from Kenny's Audiophile Record Reviews. Thank you very much for viewing my channel. As always, I appreciate it. In this video, I'm going to talk briefly about two Herbie Hancock albums. The 1973 Sextant release, and I believe the 1974 Thrust album release. They're pretty interesting albums. I'll get into that in a second, but occupying the spotlight during this video, Petula Clark. Man, this sister deserves it too. Her contributions to early, mid, and late 60s pop was off the charts. She shouldn't be forgotten. I should do a video about her one of these days, but she deserves a spotlight. Petula Clark. And also, I want to send a shout out to my son. I know I say this at the end of our weekly telephone conversation, but I love you with all my heart, and I always will. Don't you ever forget that, man. Like I said, these albums, Sextant and Thrust. Let me tell you something, straight up. They may not be for everybody, okay? If you're into acoustic jazz, straight ahead jazz, bebop, you know, these are different. These are funk, electronic driven ventures by Herbie Hancock. And they probably have some jazz improvisational aspects, but they're not necessarily quote unquote jazz album. I say they're more funk and electronic driven ventures by Herbie Hancock. I'm mentioning Sextant more so because I honestly think some aspects of this record make it a great demo record. Because this album contains very intense keyboard electronic effects throughout the album, especially the first song, Rain Dance. Now, excuse me if I look down at my notes, but the keyboard playing and effects throughout this album, I mean, you get, effects in your soundstage like, all over. And at one point, there's like a swirling effect that goes from the right speaker to the left speaker, back to the right speaker. And like I said, these effects are all over the soundstage. So this may not be for everybody, but I think this album, especially the first song, Rain Dance, makes a very good quote-unquote demo record to show off your system. But it'd be cool if you like the music too. I'm the type of person that my requirement is the music just has to sound good. Regardless of the genre, it has to sound good to my ears, to me personally. And this one does. It doesn't matter if it's acoustic jazz, straight ahead jazz, pop, or rock. It just simply has to sound good. And I try not to be closed-minded in terms of experimenting and listening to new things. So, like I said, this at the minimum as a demo record would be good to check out. I'm gonna give you some examples. Sorry, I'm refer to my notes about the, for example, the special effects are all over the place. My speakers are tall, and they're just all over the place. Excuse me for a second. The depth and dimension and echo of the keyboard is awesome. The sound of the bass, during a portion of the song, I think is slightly to the right of the soundstage. It is pretty awesome to listen to. Like I said, overall, as a special effects driven musical vehicle, Rain Dance is pretty awesome. Now the next song, Hidden Shadows, is more of a slower groove. I love the echo of the trumpet during that song, during I think a small portion of the song. And The piano playing later on in the song, to the mid to later part of the song, by Herbie Hancock. I believe it's a piano, but I could be fooled. It could have been his keyboard sounding like a piano. Is pretty awesome. So you want to listen very closely to the piano playing during that song of Herbie Hancock. That is very, very awesome. So this album, like I said, is a demo record, especially the song Rain Dance. You should give it a shot. Like I said, it may not be for everybody, but it sounds awesome in my system, and I actually like it. Like I said, this came out, I believe, in '73, before Headhunters. And this Thrust album came out after Headhunters in 1974, I believe. Now, this one might be easier to digest because it's not really electronically heavy, electronic heavy, or special effects heavy like Sextant. It's just not. It's more of a, I think, might be more easier on the ears for some listeners. The two compositions on here you want to look out for, they're actually pretty good, and I have them probably here in my notes, is Butterfly and Actual Proof. Those are very nice songs, very nice compositions, and it's easier to get into the grooves, and it's easier for most people to understand because it's a little bit lighter on the ears compared to Sextant. Because like I said, Sextant is pretty intense. And yeah, Sextant has, like I said, those heavy keyboards, heavy effects, and Thrust is more light and easier to digest for some. But I would definitely check both of these out. Like I said, check them out on YouTube for free, and you might actually like it. This record here, in terms of sound, I give it a 9. The special effects and the three-dimensional aspects of this record are awesome. I give it a 9. I'll probably give the performance an 8. This record here, the sound, I give it 8. The performance, I'll probably give it 8. So overall, I think they're might be a worthy listen to you. I check them out on YouTube. See what you think. Please like and subscribe. Leave your comments in the comment section below. Thank you very much for viewing my video. God bless. Love. Peace to all.